KFC's Movement Yoga Flow series. So today's class will be chair yoga. So you will need a nice sturdy chair without wheels. And there's going to be an emphasis on better breathing. And your class is going to be led by me, Kristel. Hopefully you know me by now. So the ancient practice of yoga combines meditation, breathing, postures, and poses to make a connection with mind, body, and spirit. There has been evidence that shows yoga can lower stress, increase strength, reduce back pain while providing exercise. Therapeutic activities like yoga can complement cancer-fighting medical treatment and strengthen the body's immune system. One study done in 2013 out of Norway found that regular practice of gentle yoga and meditation had an effect in circulating cancer-fighting immune cells. Mindfulness meditation also appears to change the brain and immune function in a positive way. So this month, we invite you to participate in a variety of different yoga methods. We ask you to be open as you approach these classes. Open your heart, listen to your body, and just join us in this new experience together if you've never encountered a yoga class before. So like I said, today's class focus will have an emphasis on better breathing. We're not going to sit here and just breathe together the whole time. My goal is to help open your chest, to calm your body through various poses, strengthen the lungs through various yoga poses, and then end the class with a little breathing exercise, and then we'll go into Shavasana, or meditation as I call it. So we're going to go ahead and begin with a couple rounds of a sun salutation, so that way the body's warmed up, because the body needs to be warm before we start putting it through motions. So I'm going to face diagonally, that way you can see what's going on in my body. So just know I'm not mirroring you today. My right will be your right, so just be mindful of that as we move through class. I want us to go ahead and you're going to start at the front edge of your chair. You're going to bring your arms down by your sides. Now I want you to close your eyes. Your palms are turned forward. You're slightly rolling your shoulders back. We're lifting the spine up nice and tall. So this is our mountain pose. And it doesn't feel like much, but as we're in this position, we're activating the shoulders. We're lifting the spine. And as we move through our yoga practice today, I want us to focus on Ujjayi breathing, so ocean breath, which means throughout our class, I want you to inhale in through your nose, and then out through your nose. And as you're inhaling in through your nose and out through your nose, make sure you're not just breathing through the chest. You want to breathe into the stomach, into the diaphragm. Stay here for just a few more moments, breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. All right, I invite you to slowly begin opening your eyes. From here, I want you to inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. As you exhale, we're going to go ahead and do a forward fold. So I want you to let your chest fall down onto your thighs. Let your arms hang heavy. Allow your head to fall forward. As you're in this position, I want you to nod your head yes. And now I want you to turn your head side to side as if to say no. back to that neutral position. From here, I want us to come up to a half forward fold. So that just means we're going to bring the palms of our hands right on top of our shins, almost right below your knees, and you're going to lengthen your spine. Draw the shoulders down and back. You have a nice flat back. And then on your exhale, we're going to go ahead and forward fold all the way down again, so chest down to your thighs. And now I want you to take both hands over to that left leg. You're going to interlock your fingers, and as you exhale, you're going to start rolling yourself up. Your hands are going to come underneath that left thigh, and we're going to lift that left knee up toward your chest as you sit up nice and tall. So we came out of that forward fold, and as we did, we lifted the knee up to the chest. Inhaling here. Exhale, forward fold as we lower that leg down, releasing the hands, switching over to the right side now. So interlock those fingers around that right leg, and then we're going to go ahead and lift that right knee up toward your chest, sitting up nice and tall. Beautiful. Remember, relax those shoulders down, lengthen the spine. And I want you to go ahead, exhale, lower that leg down, chest comes down to the floor. From here, you're going to inhale up to that half forward fold. Exhale all the way down to your forward fold. And now you're going to inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. And then exhale your hands to heart center. Good. I want us to go through that 2 more times. This time will be a little bit faster. So let's go ahead and inhale, reach those arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to that half forward fold. Exhale, forward fold. Take those hands underneath that left leg. Inhale, lift that left knee up to your chest, sitting up nice and tall. Exhale, lower it down. Switching over to the other side. Inhale, lift the right knee up. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, back up to that half forward fold. Exhale, all the way down, forward fold. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands, heart, center. Good. One more time. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, all the way down. Inhale, take those hands underneath that left leg. Lift the knee up to the chest as we sit up tall. Exhale, lower the leg down. Forward fold. Switching to your right side. Inhale. Lift that right knee up, sitting up nice and tall in your chair. Exhale, lower the leg down, release the hands. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach those arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Very nice. All right, from here, I want you to go ahead. You're going to bring your hands on top of your thighs for me. We're going to go ahead and move into a very traditional cat and cow pose. So, feet are grounded, hands are on top of your thighs. As you inhale, we're going to draw the shoulders down and back. You're going to arch your spine. Eyes look up to where the wall and ceiling meet. And then on your exhale, we're going to round your spine, round your shoulders, drop your head. And then I want you to keep moving back and forth between these 2 poses. So inhaling as you arch your spine. Exhale as you round your spine. Good. Remember that your pelvis is also involved in this movement. So you should feel the pelvis rock back as you round your spine. And then you should feel your pelvis rock forward as you arch the back. Keep it going. On your next exhale, let's go ahead and bring our spines back to a neutral position. We're going to go a little bit deeper into that cat and cow movement. So this time we're going to use the arms to guide us deeper. So once you start by interlocking your fingers, and you're going to take your arms out in front of you, just at shoulder height. They're not very tall, it's not very high. And I want you to go ahead and you're going to start hollowing out your chest. So you're rounding the upper back, rounding your spine, dropping your head, almost like it's trying to go between your arms, but it won't quite make it there. Really focus on that upper spine. Good. And then on your exhale, we're going to go ahead and release those fingers. And you're going to almost bring your thumbs right next to your chest as you drive those elbows back and slight arch in the spine. Good. And then you're going to inhale, fingers interlock, round the upper half of the spine. And then exhale, thumbs come right by the chest, arch the spine. Good. We're going to keep going back and forth here. So inhaling as you round, exhale as you arch. Good, very nice, everyone. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and take your arms down by your sides. Give me a forward fold for just a moment here. Let that chest fall down to your thighs. Allow your head to hang heavy for a moment. Nice deep breaths. Inhaling as you feel the back rise. And exhale, feeling the back fall. On your exhale, we'll gently begin rolling ourselves back up, one vertebra at a time. Making sure that your head is the last thing that comes up. All right, from here, we're going to move into a side bend flow. So you're going to keep your left hand on that left thigh, take that right arm, reach up and over to your left side for that side bend. Then you'll inhale back to center. Then you'll exhale, switch to the other side. Good. Keep moving side to side here. As you're doing this, make sure your chest is facing forward. And you want to make sure that that top shoulder doesn't start to roll in on you. And make sure you keep that top arm back. On your next exhale, I want you to go ahead and hold that right arm over to the left. So we're going to hold one side at a time. So that left forearm is down on your left thigh for support. You're rolling your chest open to the front of your room. You're going to make sure to pull that top shoulder back. So you just want to make sure your arm and your shoulder aren't rounded. You want to open them up. Remember to breathe. On your exhale, let's switch to the other side. So right forearm comes down to that right thigh. Left arm reaches up and over to the right. Again, we want to make sure that you're reaching up and over, kind of like a rainbow. So you should feel a stretch all along your rib cage and your side. You want to make sure that that shoulder isn't rounding. We want to pull it back. Almost like your torso is stuck between two walls. And on your exhale, let's go ahead and come back to center, sitting up nice and tall. From here, we're going to go ahead and do a little release for the lower back since we've been moving around a lot. So I want you to scoot to the front edge of your seat, and then you're going to lean back in your chair. So your upper back and your shoulders are against the seat. You want to make sure that your torso is braced. So notice there's a space between me and my seat. I'm not sinking down into it, but you're slightly lifted. You're going to go ahead and turn your knees out, taking your weight to the outsides of your feet. So the knees are turned out, my toes are turned out. I'm resting on the outsides of my feet. I like to just interlock my fingers and place them on my belly. That way I can focus on my breath here. As you inhale in through your nose, feel the stomach rise. And as you exhale, feel it collapse. On the next exhale, let's go ahead and we're going to turn the knees back to that neutral position so the feet can make contact with the floor. Then we're going to go ahead and roll ourselves back up to that seated posture. All right. From here, I want you to go ahead and take your hands right on your belly. So the fingers don't need to be interlocked, but hands are right on top of the belly. Shoulders are down and relaxed away from your ears. From here, I want you to go ahead and give me a nice big inhale in through your nose. As you exhale, I want us to go ahead and we're going to rotate those arms out. So your palms lift up to the sky and you're going to slightly lift the chest. Eyes and head look slightly up. Good. And then on your inhale, bring those hands back to your belly. And then you exhale as those arms spiral out and the chest lifts and we open. Good. And inhaling in. Exhaling out. And inhaling in. Good. Keep that going with your breath. Remember, these arms are spiraling out, so I still have that natural bend in my elbows. My palms are turning out to the sky. It's almost like my thumbs are trying to point behind me. On your next exhale, let's go ahead and you can let those arms fall down by your sides. All right. From here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to turn in our chairs. So I want your left knee to turn out to the side of your chair. And your right knee is going to drop down toward the floor. So you're in a lunge position here. And we're going to start with a side angle pose. So that means we need to bring your left forearm down to that left thigh. And you're going to take your chest and you're going to rotate it out to the side. So again, imagine that your torso is stuck between two walls. And then I want you to take that right arm and you're going to shoot it out toward your left. If you feel comfortable, you can always extend that right leg further back, but only if that feels comfortable to you. You can always keep the knee in line with the hip, or you can extend that right leg further back for a deeper stretch through your psoas. But your main goal here is about opening up the chest and doing this slight twist. One more breath here. On your exhale, you can go ahead and release the chest first and drop that right arm down. And slowly roll ourselves up. And we're going to switch to the other side. So let's bring that right leg in. Shift over to the other side of your chair. So now that right knee is turned out. The left knee drops down to the floor. Or you can extend that leg further back behind you if you feel comfortable. Right forearm comes to your right thigh. Remember, you want to turn your chest out away from your chair. And then we're going to take that left arm and we're going to shoot it across to the right side. On your exhale, we'll go ahead and release that chest first. So turning it down toward the floor. Dropping that left arm and then rolling yourself back up. Let's go ahead and release that right and left leg back to the center of your chair. And we're going to go into that lunge position one more time on each side. So turn that left knee out, drop that right knee down. And if you feel comfortable, maybe extend that right leg further back behind you. All right, now this will be the fun part here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do a prayer position behind your back. So you're sitting up tall, your torso's up straight. You're going to take both hands behind your back, and I want you to try to put them in a prayer position. Now, it might not be perfect. My palms aren't touching. My fingertips touch, but my palms don't quite make it. But your hands are in a prayer position behind your back. So your pinkies should be up against your spine. Now, if that doesn't work for your body, that's okay. You can always just put the backs of your hands against your lower back instead. Whichever one feels best for you. This is really great for opening up the chest and opening up the shoulders. And then as we're holding this lunge position, we're focusing on the psoas and opening up the body. So just breathe here, inhaling in through your nose and out through your nose. On your exhale, we're going to go ahead and release those prayer hands first. And then you can release that right leg. We'll turn back to center. And then we're going to switch to the other side. So now you're going to turn that right knee out. Drop the left knee down. Or you can take that left leg and extend it further back behind you. And then again, same thing. We're going to do that prayer position with your hands behind your back. So I take my hands behind my back and I put them in a prayer position, bringing my pinkies right up against my spine. If that doesn't work for your wrist or your forearms for whatever reason, because this isn't always an easy thing for people to do, we can always just bring the backs of our hands to our spine instead. On your exhale, let's go ahead and release those prayer hands. And then release that left leg. And let's go ahead and turn back to the front of your chair. Good. All right. Next, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do a couple stretches and side bends with sumo legs. So I want you to go ahead and you're going to take your legs out a little bit wider than your hips. And your knees and your toes are facing away from your body. From here, I want you to go ahead and take both hands to the outside of that right leg, or even the outside of your chair on the right side. And we're going to twist to your right and look over your right shoulder. On your exhale, let's go ahead and slowly release that twist. And we're going to go ahead and move over to the other side. So both hands come to the outside of that left thigh or the outside of your chair on the left side, and you're going to twist to your left, looking over your left shoulder. On your exhale, let's slowly release back to center. From here, we're going to go ahead and do sumo legs with side bends. So I want you to bring that right forearm down to your right thigh. Left arm reaches up and over to your right side. Remember to have your chest rolling forward. On your exhale, let's go ahead and bring ourselves back to center. Left forearm to left thigh, right arm reaches up and over to that opposite side. On your exhale, let's go ahead and bring ourselves back to center, sitting up nice and tall. Go ahead and heel toe those feet back to hip width apart. From here, I want you to go ahead and take your left hand behind your back. So the back of your hand is going to be on the small of your back. I want you to take your right fingers just above your left ear. And we're going to go ahead and bring that right ear toward your right shoulder. And it's just gentle. I'm not even pulling with my arm. I'm kind of just letting gravity do the work here. So don't feel as if you need to pull your head down to your shoulder. Just let gravity do it. On your exhale, let's release that right hand first. Head comes back to center. Then you can release that left hand. Other side, back of the right hand goes to the small of your back. And then we're going to go ahead and bring those left fingertips right above that left ear. Sorry, that's your right ear. And then you're going to go ahead and bring that left ear down to your left shoulder. And remember again, just let gravity do the work. right arm back down by your side. All right, we have one more pose to do before we get into our breathing exercise for today. So I want you to go ahead and make sure you're at the front edge of your seat because we're going to need a little space behind you. And what I want you to do here is you're going to have your fingertips pointing away from you, so pointing toward the back of your chair. My palms are going to press down on my seat, and I'm going to slightly do a slight back bend, but I'm going to lift my chest up as I do this. And I'm not going to drop my head back, but I am going to look slightly up toward my ceiling, but don't let your head drop back. And think about pushing the chest up to the sky. So your shoulder blades are squeezing together. Again, you're doing a slight back bend, just a slight one. And remember to breathe. On your exhale, I want you to first start lifting the head back up to center. And then you can release those hands, bringing your arms down by your sides. Good. All right, hands can come on top of our thighs where they might be a bit more comfortable. So for this breathing exercise, I want us to imagine smelling a rose. So inhaling in through your nose as you smell the rose. And then when you exhale, you're going to purse your lips and imagine you're trying to flicker a candle. You're not trying to blow it out, but you're just trying to make it flicker. So it would just be a... Good. So we're going to inhale through the nose like you're smelling a rose. Nice big inhale, really expand the stomach. And then as you exhale, you're going to purse your lips and flicker the candle. And I want you to keep doing that, but I want your flickers, your exhales, to be longer than your inhales. So we're going to keep that going. Inhale through the nose like you're smelling a rose. Exhale with pursed lips as you flicker the candle. Do this for 10 more seconds. On your last breath, I want you to go ahead and return to how you normally breathe. So whether that's in through the nose, out through the mouth, however you feel comfortable breathing. You're going to come to the front edge of your seat if you're not already there. I want us to go ahead and you're going to start to roll back in your chair, bringing your upper back against the seat, dropping your arms down by your sides, allowing your legs to extend out in front of you, maybe even resting on the outsides of your feet. I want you to go ahead and close your eyes. And we're going to move into Shavasana, or the meditation portion of class. So as we move into this meditation portion, we need to relax the body. So as your eyes are closed, I want you to first think about relaxing your forehead and your eyebrows. Make sure your brows are not furrowed, your forehead isn't scrunched. I want you to relax your eyes and the eyelids, making sure the eyes are just naturally closed, that we're not squeezing them shut. I want you to take your tongue away from the roof of your mouth and relax your jaw muscles, allowing your lips to naturally part. With each breath you take, feel your arms get a little bit heavier with each exhale. Let that tingling feeling of the body relaxing move all the way down your arms to the tips of your fingers. Feel how your stomach barely rises and falls as our breathing begins to slow down. Relax your hips and your glutes into your chair, allowing the hips to sink deeper into your seat. Allow that feeling of letting go to move down your legs, past your knees, over your shins, all the way to the bottoms of your feet, where you're going to make sure you're not putting any pressure on the earth, making the body as light as possible. I want you to take these next few moments of silence for yourself. Keeping your eyes closed, I want you to begin wiggling your fingers and toes, bringing small movements back to your body, reigniting the nervous system. Bring your fingers and toes back to neutral. Create some pressure with the bottom of your feet and the earth, and then begin walking the feet back towards your chair. Gently roll yourself up to a seated position. You can always keep your eyes closed a little bit longer if you'd like. Hands come on top of your thighs. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. From here, let's all go ahead and we're going to take a nice big inhale as we reach up to the sky. On your exhale, I want you to go ahead and bring your hands to your third eye, knowing the truth, to your lips, speaking the truth, and to your heart, living the truth. You can open your eyes, and we're all going to end class together by saying Namaste. Thank you all for joining me today for your chair yoga class. I hope you enjoyed that.